So a lot of people are probably thinking, is Luna a good buy still? Well, Luna is a great one to review so that we can talk about the pros and cons of when you have most of the market down, but one project is going up. And we can talk about the risks versus potential rewards as we look at, is Luna a good buy still? Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. If you like money and you like crypto and you're looking for a real investor take on the crypto market, join the Rainmaker family. You can do that as simply as liking this video and subscribing with the all notifications button enabled. I am your host, Jay Rain. Well, what I am not is a financial advisor. I am a crypto investor myself, sharing with you how I think about the crypto market, specific cryptos I like. Note, I do own or plan to own most of what I talk about on this channel because I don't talk about cryptos I don't believe in. So let's get started in this discussion. If you would, go ahead and make it rain on that like button and strap in for the show. Now, most of the market is down, yet Luna is crushing it, or has been for the past week. Now, why is Luna so up? What do I think about? Is Luna likely to continue up? And is it a good time to buy or a good time to sell Luna? And let's talk about that. Now, it's a little bit hard to evaluate. If you can see, the general market is down and trading sideways like this. Let me share my screen. There we go. So here we have the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin's down from its highs of 70,000. It's trading sideways, but look at this. Luna, it did come back down here. Now, there was some FUD or a problem. Anchor Protocol, which is the main thing that people are using UST for. They use the stablecoin UST, and it's an algorithmic stablecoin to stake on Terra Luna. On Anchor Protocol, and you can be making almost 20% return on that. Now, there was a problem right about this time. It was looking like that 20% Anchor Protocol was not going to have funds to continue to pay that out because it does do borrowing and lending there, but there's a lot of people lending out Luna and not enough people borrowing to actually natively make enough interest to be able to continue those payments. So it was running into a problem. And so there was a vote taken. They decided to further capitalize Anchor Protocol so that there would be more than enough money to continue to pay out for the next while. However, still a concern because it's not being funded by itself, right? So in perpetuity, can it continue to pay out that almost 20%? It's like 19.49%. And the answer to that is probably not. But what is interesting is Terra Luna's UST is an algorithmic stablecoin. Now, if you're fairly new in crypto, you might not have been around in 2020 when there were a few different experiments on algorithmic stablecoins that at first did pretty well and then failed. Terra Luna has been an exception to that because look at where it's made look at where at least Terra has made it to on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, number 7 on CoinGecko. But also look at Terra USD, or as we call it UST for their coin. It's made it all the way up here at a $14.8 billion market cap. So far, it's continuing to work well. And I use the word so far. Now, the reason why it was worth having this discussion today is because a lot of people are talking about it. Why are a lot of people talking about it? Well, because the price is way up and it's going contrary to the market, whereas most of the market is down. And so its price is up. In fact, it exceeded its previous highs. So what is it likely to look for from here? Well, it did have this big correction downward like this because there was that problem that was going to happen, and it wasn't clear if the UST was going to keep its peg to the dollar because there were a lot of people that were burning their UST back to Luna, and yeah, so it wasn't clear if that peg would hold. When they decided to recapitalize it, that invigorated the space, and it's gone up. And if you look at the wick, it broke its previous highs. Now, as investors, we're always thinking, is it going to continue to go up? Because we're looking to make smart investments, right? We want to buy low and sell high. So here's my thoughts on it. Now, you may agree with these thoughts. That's okay. It's just an opinion as an investor myself. I frequently say on this channel that I like to buy when it's boring. Why do I like to buy when it's boring? Well, I did buy some way back here in July when it got really boring and almost nobody was talking about I think I paid about 650 roughly. I didn't get the exact bottom, which would have been nice at about 470, but I'm really happy with 650. Buying when it was boring because it did break out to the upside and went really, really high. So that's why I like buying when it's boring. Now, is it going to go up from here? It is not clear. It could. It absolutely could. Will it is the bigger question, right? So if you look into the previous history, these other times where it broke a high, came back down, retraced, and then went up and broke it before, sometimes it then retraced, but then continued to push upwards, right? So my guess is we might see something like that, but as I'm evaluating what I'm going to buy and what I'm not going to buy, one of my methods that I take as a sell signal is when a lot of channels are covering something. Now, you may find this worked for you. You may find that it doesn't work for you. We all have our strategies. This worked really well for me. And this is just a pattern that I've developed over the last 3 to 4 years that most of the time it ends up being a really good time to sell and a terrible time to buy. And so with Luna being in the news a lot, am I buying more Luna now? Absolutely not. I'm looking for things at bargain basement prices that I think have strong fundamental analysis behind the team and the narrative that they're in, and that I can buy when it's boring instead of it hitting previous highs. And I can use an example that Cardano went to about, let's look at Cardano's chart real quick, and I'll share with you trading view. Let me pull it up here. Okay. ADA. We want one with some history at least. Binance I know has some history. Now it had broken previously 250, and ADA tends to run contrary to the market, but let me share with you my concerns. Look, when it came up to almost here, and then it came up to here, it was right at the previous high. It did break through and went all the way up here, and then it had a long retrace. Now, is that going to happen with Terra? Almost guaranteed it won't happen exactly like that. Maybe, though, or my guess likely, is that we're heading for a bigger bull run altogether, and that maybe we see some kind of average like this. And so my concern if I'm buying here is that it's going to come back to this line, and then it's going to continue the correction upwards. So for me, is this a buy area? No, for me, this is a sell area. Though, you know, sometimes it does break through and it will blast off from here, and maybe it goes to 200 or 300. And so for me, it's not a sell everything area. It's a take profit area. Now, if you're not in Luna, what sucks is you feel like you're missing the boat all the time, right? And it's hard to say exactly what this will do. This is why I can't tell you what to do, because I'm not a financial advisor. I can share with you my thoughts on it. So historically, 9 times out of 10, when something is getting a whole lot of coverage, why is it getting a lot of coverage? Why? Because it's pumped a lot already. And that 9 times out of 10, that ends up being at or near a top. And then the 1 time out of 10, it continues to blast up and upward from there. So what I do is I just play the chances, right? So I usually use this as a take profit zone, though sometimes it goes immediately way higher. So I want to enter this in the dialogue and just share with you my thoughts, because I don't know about you, but I'm here for better returns. And because none of us have a crystal ball on exactly what's going to play out and how it's going to play out, we're trying to make our best guesses and make informed judgments. And so, but notice I use the word guesses because they are just guesses. So for me, my guess is I'm going to sell a little bit of my Luna, take some profits here. I'm going to roll that into stuff that is way, way, way down. That's very, very boring, much like Luna was back in July. And I'm going to use that to then hopefully what I buy at some point picks up. And then as I look at Luna, even if it does take off, I think, I still bought this other one at way, like, really good lows and a huge discount. So that if Luna does continue to run up, it's like, that's just part of what happens. Now, I wanted to share this thought with you, just a short, quick thought today. I appreciate you joining us. If you haven't already and you like this content, hit that like button. Are you already a rainmaker? If not, are you ready to be a rainmaker and join the Navy SEALs of crypto and level up your crypto game? I know that this contrarian approach that I talk about, coupled with fundamental analysis and add in lots of patience, it works very, very well over time. If you haven't already, consider that all notifications bell and just tune in when you see our videos pop up. We do a live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And now an additional VV live stream Wednesday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. And then we have shorter videos that launch throughout the week like this one. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, no rain, no gain.
Came into the space chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, shit bad before you could. Was told to buy when it was pouring like a rainmaker should. I buy when it's down, don't chase the boats that I miss. Cause I always make the time in mind. I sit the one out cause I'm patient like that. And I'll wait for the right time. I sell when it's high, I buy when it's low. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm just a rainmaker running the show. Calculated investments, I don't lead with my heart. Principles are simple, they're leaving a mark. Buy when it's boring, just gotta be smart. I sell when it's hype, like all the channels they pump it. As when I was selling, go parabolic, they dump it. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes it time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. The time is never better, the time like the present. This next 5 years is a gift and it's feeling like heaven. I'm committed to learn, to study and to know that nothing comes easy but with knowledge to gain show. Sinking out this run cause soon will come a bear market. We're learning and growing and when it's slow will be the target. They say it's come out, Bitcoin is dead. The massive decreases can get to your head. I'm sticking around, the time is better. I'm strong like that, I'll let the others be fretters. 2 years time the ball will bring back the gains. That makes it worth the effort cause here comes the rain. So let's go rainmakers, let's make it all happen. They go with the hate, they the haters be crapping. I'm here for 5 years, let's do this together. The time is right, the time could be better. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes it time fly by, years going so fast. This game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Haters be hating, the time to slow down. Addressing what they say when I'm wearing my crown. They're chasing green candles like someone who was new. I got a vision that was bigger, helping me to push through. I'm still human and sometimes it is rough. And that's what makes me special, simply I stay tough. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck.